And it wouldn't surprise me. It'll take some time in this environment, but it wouldn't surprise me if the president's eventually nominated for a Nobel Prize for the time that today's work is an example of why he would be rightly considered and should be a front runner for the Nobel Peace Prize.
A musical phenomenon at a Vancouver recording studio.
To be a lone assassin. It occurred while the Pope was traveling in his open-air car. There are no details on the extent of the Pope's injuries in this trial.
The ground, it is shaking all over the world. Too many babies and not enough room. Nature is balanced by terror and gloom, followed by lean years of poppies in bloom. What can you do? Just sit there. What can you do? Just weep there. What can you do? Just be there. Love is stronger than danger. Blessed are the peacemakers. Nobody can be blamed for being the way they are. Love is stronger than danger. Blessed are the peacemakers. Nobody can be blamed for being the way they are. I wept for John Lennon, I weep for John Paul, and I wept for Reagan, I weep for them all. I weep for the rising, I weep for the fall, and for the peacemakers and their final call. What can you do? Just sit there. What can you do? Just weep there. What can you do? Just be there. Love is stronger than danger. Blessed are the peacemakers. Nobody can be blamed for being the way they are. Love is stronger than danger. Blessed are the peacemakers. Nobody can be blamed for being the way they are.
Tonight there are thousands of people standing outside the apartment where John Lennon was gunned down 24 hours ago by a lone gunman.
We're living and dying, life can seem so cruel. We're ignorant fighters, the innocent fools. It's all the same when you see we are the ones to be living and dying on through the eternities. Love is stronger than danger. Blessed are the peacemakers. Nobody can be blamed for being the way they are. Love is stronger than danger. Blessed are the peacemakers. Nobody can be blamed for being the way they are. Love is stronger
Jared has done a fantastic job. People don't really understand the things that he's able to do. He's done a fantastic job on this, and you and your team, nobody else could have done it. I don't think anybody else could have done it. Jared, say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I would like to say that I want to thank the President for his leadership on this historic peace effort. The President, like with all things, urged us to take an untraditional approach. You can't solve problems that have gone unsolved by doing it the same way that people before you have tried and failed. The President takes untraditional approaches. He does things in different ways, but he uses common sense, and he tries to unite people by focusing on common interests as opposed to allowing them to focus on their common grievances. And what happened was here is we were able to achieve results that others were not able to achieve, and this will advance the region, and this will advance the whole world. I would like to say to the people of the region, Muslims, Jews, Christians, that this does give hope, that the problems of the past do not condemn you to a future with conflict. There is a lot of hope and a lot of potential, and this will benefit you, and this will also benefit people here in America, because in America, we used to have a big dependency on the Middle East for gas and for oil. Thanks to your leadership, America is now energy independent. We no longer have that, but a lot of American soldiers have fought for securing our allies in that region and making more peace there. Lessons our need as a country to have as many soldiers in that region, and lessons our need to have as many conflicts in that region. And obviously radical extremism, which we see as a cancer that has infected so many areas in the world. A lot of the extremists have used these conflicts to recruit people and to say that the mosque is under attack and that Muslims don't have access to the mosque. And now this will enable people to take flights from Dubai and Abu Dhabi directly to Tel Aviv. Muslims will be welcome in Israel, and this will create better interfaith exchange. So this is a tremendous step forward for peace in the world, for America, for Israel, for Abu Dhabi, and all would not have been possible without your leadership. So I just want to thank you.
Thank you, Jared. What a great job.
Mr. President, it's a historic moment. Thank you for letting us all be part of this. It is really extraordinary. Nothing is more important than peace. This is an unbelievable moment, and I would just echo what Brian Hook said. Your maximum pressure campaign, under your leadership, we've had the strongest sanctions on Iran, and your commitment to make sure that Iran will never have a nuclear weapon is part of the most important legacy for peace in the Middle East.
So which is easier, dealing with the Democrats or dealing with the Middle East?
Well, a lot of people never thought you'd get this type of deal, so I'll be hopeful that we can deal with the Democrats.
The Middle East is more reasonable. To ask our ambassador, David Friedman, to please explain why we're doing and calling it the Abraham Accord. David?
Thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations to you on brokering this historic peace agreement. Abraham, as many of you know, was the father of all three great faiths. He's referred to as Abraham in the Christian faith, Ibrahim in the Muslim faith, and Abraham in the Jewish faith. And no person better symbolizes the potential for unity among all these three great faiths than Abraham. And that's why this accord has been given that name.
It's a great thing. I wanted it to be called the Donald J. Trump Accord, but I didn't think the press would understand that, so I didn't do that.